Today I'm going to take us through some basic concept in our daily use of computer. So, um, while you use your computer, there are some little things you will find out that they're giving you some tough time, which perhaps they are not a big deal in while operating your own system. Let's take a look at some of the challenges people must face. Like when I do, people used to face challenges like sometimes you are operating a system and you find out that you couldn't find anything at your desktop. Have you ever come across such challenges? So, whenever you come across such challenges, I think it's not a big deal. I'm going to take us through some little process to recover. While some people used to change, used to think like it is their window that is having issue, or perhaps the user might have been corrupted, and unfortunately some people, maybe what they can do is to change or to create another user so that they can delete this one. Well, it's all a step. They are all steps you can recover a lost desktop. But do you ever imagine like there's a very simple shortcut to that, which is normally it is not an abnormal situation when you find out that you couldn't find anything at your own desktop. Whilst to some people it looks abnormal is because they relied on the desktop for everything they will use in the computer. I don't think if you understand. They relied on their desktop. The desktop is a place they save their file. The desktop is the place the eventually all their software, they could find their software. That is for the novice. So now, what I'm going to take us through today is how and why do we find a situation where all your desktop icon got lost. They are not, they are literally lost, but technically they are not lost. You couldn't find them at the desktop. Maybe when your system boots up, you are expecting to find your desktop when you are using Windows 7, 10. That's normally, with the exception of Windows 8, which you have to click on desktop before you find out there's a desktop. So, um, kindly, let us go through this simple step. You are going to see it like a magic. It is something whenever you do it every day, you find out there is that option. But perhaps people don't, maybe you don't care to use the option. That's why whenever it happens that it occurs, you find it a very, very complicated, and you might think your system is having a serious issue, or your Windows has developed some issues beyond your control. The control is at your hand. So kindly let us try it on our system and see. So let's take a look at how it is going to happen. You see, this is our desktop. This is our desktop, and we want to look at it, how this we confine all our icons now intact. So do you believe you can just make all these icons disappear within a minute? Okay, let's see. Look at it now. You click on, you just right click, and you find out there are menus. In this menu you can see view. Let's say you click on the view. So the last option now is show desktop icon. That is, you can see it is marked, meaning that the option is active. That is why all desktop icons are displayed. So now let's click on it. Look at our desktop now. The desktop is totally blind. Totally blind. So in a situation where you find your desktop so blind, it is not actually a big deal. You don't need to disturb yourself about. What you need just to do is to right click, you see it, go to view. On the view, click on show desktop icons. Everything has come. Just like a magic. Can you imagine? Okay, let's repeat the process. Right click. You can right click and you can choose to right click anywhere, but not on top of any icon. You see, everything disappeared, with the exception of when you go to, okay, when it is done like this, when you go to Explorer, you go to desktop, you will find out that everything in that desktop still appears. You can see it. So it is the same thing, but when you press like, okay, Windows plus D, you come to desktop, you will not find anything there. So this is how to retrieve it. You click on show desktop icon. That's just simple. So I think this is one of the things we need to understand why we operate our computer, so that it shouldn't baffle us whenever we find our desktop, which I believe to many of us who are not too deep in the system, you find it very complicated, and you'll be surprised that, oh, all of a sudden everything has just gone, and you might even think your system has been tampered with. So this is just a simple step. Just kindly share this post and like, comment, provide everything. You just ask a question anywhere you feel like you are having challenges on your computer. You are free to drop on your question. So until we meet in another class, bye bye for now.